All right, great. Keith Trimels, a great friend of Copy Chief and well-experienced copywriter, marketing pro, business owner. How are you, Keith? Let me just unmute
Because
you
I'm
there.
on my phone here today.
Okay, buddy. No video. That's cool, man. Well, it's good to
Well,
see, good to hear you, and thanks for popping on, man.
yeah, I posted this when we first had it before you started the official thread, and um, Clayton totally transformed the trajectory of my life. And it was at that event that Marcella mentioned in Denver. And first piece of copy that I kind of threw out there that had really been proofed, other than the first one that I had that Mark Ford took a shot at. But I got hot seated by Clayton with Richard Armstrong, Paris, and Marcella.
Wow.
So it was a baptism of fire, shall we say? But
I'll say so.
Clayton actually was very, very complimentary. And I had talked to him because of my training background. I went up and talked to him in the back room afterwards to let him know that the way he conducted that event was phenomenal, because it brought a lot of introverted people and brought them out and put them in a safe place. And he made a comment about what he saw as my raw ability. And I was a business person at that point who had an ability to kind of put words together, I guess. And it changed how I looked at everything I did, and literally and I wouldn't say a 180, but probably about a 145-degree change in the trajectory that I was going. And so to say he changed my life is probably an understatement. But one thing I did want to say, because I have actually had a couple of conversations with his son Justin in the last couple of days, and Justin made a comment. This is gonna it's a little emotional for me. Justin made a comment that really resonated with me because of what happened at Copy Chief, where you got to see, as a proud papa, see your son on the stage, and your son was able to see kind of the impact you have made. And Justin told me, he says, he was talking about Clayton. He was a mentor to me as my dad and all of that, and kind of my hero, but I had no idea the number of lives that he impacted outside. So I'm going to make sure when this gets popped up, I'm going to shoot that link over to Justin so he can watch it, because the kids weren't able to get back and visit him because of the COVID thing and all of that.
Right.
And I know it's a struggle for him. I mean, it would be a struggle in the best of times, but
Right.
this has just made it worse. So that's my story.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. This made so much harder, I know, on the family, and everybody's suffering with ill families. You know, it's easy to forget because we're so focused on the virus creating illness, and we're watching that death toll daily. We're forgetting that on a given day, many people fall ill and need hospital care, and their families now are not allowed to visit with them much. I know Wendy was talking about, first thing I heard about Clayton even being ill was about his pneumonia and how she was not able to be with him for part of the time.
Right.
And man, it's just another way that everything's exasperated right now with everything going on. And so,
well, and it resonated with me because I saw you as a proud dad of your son, but I realized how important it was for your kids to see the impact that you were making in the community.
yeah,
Because oftentimes the kids, and I mean, I'm guilty of this too. My kids really don't have a big clue of what I'm doing. And I think that's pretty normal. You know, parents go to work or they do whatever. And to be able to see that is a huge blessing for you. I don't know, you know, I think if you would mention it to your kids, but for Justin to realize that his dad was, you know, he wasn't just Clayton, he was Clayton, you know.
right. Yeah, when I'm sure people would see him and see his last name, which is unmistakable, right? And their
Right.
eyes would light up. And
Right.
that you're right, Keith. That's a great point. It is something that feels great, and it is kind of the moment when your kids realize you're up to something special.
Right.
my kids love Copy Chief Live for that reason. They love seeing their friends now over and over again. They always talk about, oh, Tim's going to be there, and Abby will be there, and Rachel will be there, and they really look forward to they see these people as family, and they get it, man. So thank you for that, Keith, and thank you for sharing this with the Makepeace family. I hope it brings them some smiles and comfort through all this.
My pleasure.
All right, brother. Take care. We'll see you inside.
You too, Kev.
Awesome.